Chris.
So earlier in the debate, someone mentioned the Nokia Siemens issue, which was a telecommunications company.
Chris, speak up a little bit.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Nokia Siemens was mentioned earlier, and this was a telecommunications company. It was including surveillance capabilities in its wireless phone equipment. One of the issues that wasn't mentioned is that all telecommunications companies have to include surveillance capabilities as required by law. So in this country, $500 million was given to phone companies to upgrade their equipment to be wiretap capable. And so even if we're not exporting the surveillance to foreign countries, the fact that there's surveillance capabilities built into the software or the services actually poses a real threat. And I think the best example of this happened in Greece in 2004, where an unknown entity hacked into the Greek Vodafone cell phone network and spied on high-level government officials and foreign diplomats. And we still to this day don't know who was doing it, but they had broken in using lawful intercept capabilities and broken into that network. So the reason I bring this up is that I'd like to ask a question of the moderator. Shortly after the China hack incident was announced, there was one article in IDG and Macworld which referenced an unnamed Google engineer disclosing that Google's lawful intercept or lawful surveillance system for Gmail, which it uses to respond to subpoenas and search warrants from law enforcement here, was actually breached by the Chinese hackers. And after that, I saw no mention of that in the press. And so I'd like to get some confirmation. Was your lawful intercept system for Gmail actually compromised by those hackers?
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Chris, I'm not familiar with the details, but I do know that there's this continuing ongoing investigation of the matter, and hopefully over the course of time we can talk a little bit more about precisely what happened. But I am familiar with the report. I'm just not in a position to answer it in detail.